Hi friends, welcome on my YouTube channel. I hope you will enjoy this session. If you like my video, subscribe my channel. As we all know, our nation is fighting against epidemic. We can fulfill our responsibility by staying at home and stay safe. So students, let's begin our chapter, that is nutrition in human beings. As we all know, human body is highly complex body because it have specific organs to perform specialized function. The process of digestion is also performed by specific organ system, that is human digestive system. Our digestive system is composed of alimentary canal and some accessory glands. The alimentary canal is divided into several parts: esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum, salivary gland, liver and pancreas are the accessory glands which lie outside the alimentary canal. The structure of human digestive system: mouth and buccal cavity. Mouth has teeth and tongue. Salivary gland are also present inside our mouth. The tongue have some receptors which help in the sense of taste. Tongue also helps in turning over the food so that saliva can be properly mixed in it. Teeth helps in breakdown of food into smaller particles so that swallowing becomes easier. There are 4 types of teeth. So we have heterodont type of dentation: incisors, canine, premolars and molars. Incisors help in cutting of the food, while canines help in tearing and cracking of food, and premolars and molars both help in grinding of food. Salivary gland also secretes saliva, and saliva makes our food slippery, so which makes it easy to swallow the food. Saliva also contains enzyme, that is salivary amylase, or it is also known as ptyalin. Remember students, salivary amylase digests the starch. Salivary amylase digests the starch and it converts into sucrose. Students, the chemical digestion of food is always begins in our mouth, okay? And the mechanical digestion of food is also starts with our mouth. Both mechanical and the chemical digestion of food starts in our mouth. The mechanical digestion of foods is with the help of our teeth, and chemical digestion of food takes place with the help of salivary amylase, which break down the starch into sucrose. Okay, and this is the diagram of human digestive system. See this diagram. First, this is pharynx, this is oral cavity, this is tongue. There are 3 types of salivary gland: parotid gland, sublingual gland, submandibular gland. This is esophagus. The tube-like structure. First we eat the food with the help of our mouth, and after that food passes to the esophagus. It is a pipe-like structure. From here food moves through a peristaltic movement. The movement of rhythmic contraction and relaxation of our esophageal muscles is called peristaltic movement. And this is diaphragm. From esophagus food moves to the stomach. Okay, this J-shaped structure is called stomach. There are 3 parts of our stomach: fundus part, pyloric part and cardiac part. Okay, from this C-shaped structure, is called duodenum. Okay, and this is liver. The green bilobed structure, this bilobed structure is called liver, and the green part is gallbladder. Here bile is stored. Okay, and this yellow is pancreas. Okay, both the secretion of liver and pancreas are released inside the duodenum. It is the part of small intestine. So small intestine begins from here, okay, and moves here. See students, the small intestine is the longest part of our alimentary canal. From here food moves to the large intestine. This is our appendix apparatus. This is cecum. This is our ascending colon. This is transverse colon, and this is descending colon. Okay, and this is sigmoid colon. This is rectum, from where undigested food is stored for temporary time. Finally the food excreted out our body through the anus apparatus. Okay, so this is the diagram of human digestive system. Okay, draw it multiple times. Next, to students, stomach. A stomach is a bag-like organ. It is highly muscular. Walls of the stomach helps in the churning of food. The wall of stomach secretes hydrochloric acid. Students, remain. Our stomach release three type of secretion. First is HCl, second is mucus, and third is pepsin. HCl, that is hydrochloric acid, which is responsible of killing the germs which present inside our food. Okay. Second, it is also responsible for creating acidic medium in the stomach. Why acidic medium? Because pepsin, that is an gastric enzyme which activates an acidic medium. So HCl also provide optimum pH to the pepsin to activate its function. Okay. And mucus protects the stomach inner lining from the HCl secretion. Okay, so see, hydrochloric acid kills the germs which present inside our food. Moreover, it makes the medium inside stomach as acidic. The acidic medium of food is necessary for the gastric enzymes to work. The enzyme pepsin is secreted by the enzyme pepsin secreted in the stomach does the partial digestion of protein. Remember students, P4 pepsin and P4 protein. Pepsin starts the partial digestion of food, not complete digestion of food. It does partial digestion of food. Okay. And the mucus is secreted by the walls of stomach, which saves the inner lining of stomach from getting damaged from hydrochloric acid. Next part is small intestine. It is highly coiled as we see in the diagram. The small intestine is the longer than large intestine. Students, small intestine is longer than large intestine. After that, why we call it small intestine? Because the lumen of small intestine is smaller. Okay. The small intestine is divided into three parts, that is duodenum, jejunum and ileum. Liver is the largest organ in human body. Liver manufactures bile which gets stored in the gallbladder. From gallbladder, bile is released when required. Next, pancreas. Pancreas is situated just below our stomach. It secretes pancreatic juice which contains digestive enzymes. Next student, bile and pancreatic juices go to the duodenum through hepatopancreatic duct. Always remember, hepato word is used for liver and pancreatic word for pancreas. It means there is a duct which carries the secretion of both liver and pancreas, so it named as hepatopancreatic duct. Bile breaks the fat particles into smaller particles. Always remember students, bile never digests fat. It breaks down large fat molecules into smaller fat molecules, so it is known as emulsification of fats. Okay, bile performs the process of emulsification of fats. And the enzyme which digests the fat, that is lipase, digests the fat into fatty acid and glycerol. Next, trypsin and chymotrypsin enzymes help in the digestion of proteins, and it breaks down proteins into amino acid. And the complex carbohydrate is digested into glucose, that is the simplest form of carbohydrate. And the major part of digestion takes place in the duodenum. As we all know students, the maximum digestion and absorption of food takes place inside our small intestine, and the major part of digestion takes place in the duodenum. No digestion takes place inside the jejunum. The inner wall of ileum contains a numerous projections, finger-like projections, that is called villi. Villi increase the surface area. Villi is a finger-like structure which is filled of capillaries, that is highly vascularized. Okay. Villi increase the surface area so that the maximum absorption of food takes place, or villi reduce the lumen of ileum so that food store maximum, so that the food can stay for longer duration inside it. So the maximum absorption of food takes place and the digested food is absorbed by villi. From villi it moves to the blood capillaries. Okay. Next, large intestine. Large intestine is smaller than small intestine, as we all know. Undigested food goes into the large intestine. Here the absorption of some water and salts takes place. Also the absorption of some medicines also takes place inside it, and after that the undigested food moves to the rectum, where it's stored for temporary time and it's expelled out through our body through the anus. So student, this is the flow chart of our human digestive system. First, food moves to the First we intake food from mouth. From mouth it moves to the buccal cavity. From buccal cavity to pharynx. From pharynx to esophagus. From esophagus to the pyloric part. Then cardiac part. Then it moves to the duodenum. It is the part of small intestine. In the duodenum, both bile and pancreas are released. From duodenum, it moves to the small intestine, and small intestine to large intestine, and large intestine to rectum, and finally to the anus. So student, this is all about our human digestive system. Okay, in our next session we will start about respiration. If you have any doubt or query, you can ask me question in the comment section. If you like my video, subscribe my channel. Thank you.